everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the Granite Gem Dishcloth. This is a wonderfully textured dishcloth. You can see kind of this cluster stitch texture here. It's the same on the front as it is on the back, and then I have this tough kind of twisted edging here around just to finish it off quite nicely. This dishcloth measures approximately 8 inches by 8 inches, and today I'm going to be using a 100% cotton yarn called Dishie by KintPicks and WeCrochet. There's about 190 yards per ball of yarn. You're not going to need the whole thing, maybe about 120 yards or so, and that's it. You'll want to use a 100% cotton yarn as well. I'm also going to be using a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook, and these items can be found in the description of this video. Also down in the description you'll find a direct link to my free written instructions, which are on richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now our crochet dishcloth today is worked in rows. We're going to start by making a slip knot and then by working a foundation chain. Our foundation chain today is going to be a total of 31 chains. Now if you would like to change the size of your dishcloth, you're going to need an odd number of stitches. Once you have that foundation chain worked, you're going to begin row 1 by working a slip stitch into the second chain from your hook. Work 1 slip stitch. You're then going to work a half double crochet 2 together, beginning in the same stitch as the previous stitch and then into the next stitch. To work the half double crochet 2 together, yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch as the previous slip stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop. You'll have 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. You're then going to repeat this process all the way across. Slip stitch into your next stitch and then half double crochet 2 together, beginning in the same stitch as that previous slip stitch and completing the stitch into the next chain stitch. All the way across. Slip stitch into your next chain followed by a half double crochet 2 together, beginning in the same stitch as the previous slip stitch, all the way across. I am just here working my final slip stitch and half double crochet 2 together combo over the final 2 stitches. At the end of row 1, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, just as we did before, we're going to begin by working a slip stitch into the top of this first stitch, followed by our half double crochet 2 together, beginning in the same stitch as our previous slip stitch, and then into the next chain stitch. We're going to repeat this all the way across. Slip stitch into the next stitch, and half double crochet 2 together, working into the previous stitch and then into the next chain stitch. Repeat this all the way across. I've come all the way across at the end of my row 2, working my final half double crochet 2 together, ending in the first slip stitch, then chain 1 and turn your work. Now the body of this dishcloth is a 1 row repeat, so for rows 3 through to 26, you're simply going to repeat that row 2. So repeat row 2 for rows 3 through to 26. You'll have a square piece of fabric. If you need to work more or less rows, you can go right ahead and then meet me back here. Once you've worked through to row 26, this is what your work from the beginning looks like. You're then ready to begin working the simple edging on your dishcloth. So we're going to, for round 1, we're going to work all the way around our dishcloth, joining at the end of each round. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work. I have in the written instructions with the right side facing, but both sides are the same, so there's not really a right or a wrong. So you just turn your work. Into your first stitch for round 1, you're going to work 3 single crochet stitches. This is going to give us a nice smooth corner. You're then going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch, and that's each chain stitch and each half double crochet 2 together all the way across. We're just working along the top of our dishcloth. Once you come all the way across to your final stitch, which was the starting slip stitch, into this final stitch, you're going to work 1 single crochet, then 1 single crochet into the corner, so into the same space. You're then going to turn your work so that the rough side of your work is now facing you, and you're going to evenly work 30 single crochet stitches all the way along this rough side. So I'm starting in the same stitch as that corner stitch, and you'll want to evenly work 30 stitches all the way across. When you come across, just as you did there a moment ago, you'll work 1 single crochet into the corner stitch down here, then single crochet all the way along the bottom, 1 in the corner, and then 29 more single crochet up to your final corner stitch. At that time, once you've worked single crochet stitches all the way around, you can meet me back here. Once you come all the way around at the end of round 1, you're going to join with a slip stitch just into the top of your first single crochet stitch and chain 1. At this time, do not turn your work. You're going to work a round of reverse single crochet stitches all the way around. You're going to work 1 reverse single crochet into each stitch, and to work this reverse single crochet, you're going to work in the opposite direction that you usually do. So I'm right-handed. I typically work from right to left when I'm working along my fabric. To work my reverse single crochet, I'm going to be working from left to right. So to work the reverse single crochet, you're going to bring your hook back, and just into the previous stitch, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops just as you would a single crochet. But you're going to see that it's going to twist the stitch, which is going to give us that neat ridge of texture as we go around. So now into the next previous stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, and complete your single crochet. Repeat this all the way around your dishcloth, working 1 reverse single crochet into each stitch. Even into your corner stitches, you're just working 1 reverse single crochet all the way around. I've now come all the way around working my reverse single crochet stitches all the way around. When you come to that final stitch, I'm going to work 1 more reverse single crochet, and I'm just going to turn my work and join with a slip stitch into that first stitch. At this time, you can then fasten off. You'll want to take a yarn needle and then weave in any ends. Once you're all finished, you may need to just kind of pull the edges a little bit to straighten them out with the twisted stitches. And then that's it. That's all there is to working your granite dishcloth. So thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.